Hello everyone, I'm Rishabh and welcome to my channel The Data Stuff. Today I'm going to discuss how to create a simple Spark environment without paying any money. Most of the time, either you have to install a Spark environment on your laptop or you have to go for one of the cloud providers. In both the cases, it is not an easy thing to do. The first thing, if you are doing on your laptop, if you're installing your Spark environment on your laptop, you have to set up a lot of things. You have to set up Java, you have to set up Hadoop driver, you have to choose correct installation of Python, and then you have to figure out how to install your Spark. And then also, it is not guaranteed that Spark will work perfectly fine. On the other hand, if you are going for any cloud provider, obviously it is very easy compared to doing it on your laptop, but it is going to cost you something. It's like if you are forgetting switching off your cluster, then it is going to be a huge bill in the at the end of the month. So in order to avoid that, what we can do is we can go on the Databricks and we can use their Databricks Community Edition to perform our Spark executions. So for that, you have to go to your Chrome and you have to write Databricks Community Edition. Okay, so here you have to go, and since I have already registered myself, so I am going to go for my username and password. But those of folks who are new to this particular platform, they have to create their account. So now I'm going to my normal tab. Let me just use here. Okay, so it is going to be the second link. First one is an ad, so avoid that. And I have logged in. So if you are going to compute, I am going to discuss in detail what are these options mean. But right now, since it is a video about how to create your own environment, I am just going through the important things. So let me just write a name for my cluster. And see this, there is only one driver with these many like these many cores, this much RAM, and it is going to be of one Databricks unit. I'm going to discuss what this Databricks unit means, dbu, but right now all I care about having an environment to code my Spark programs. Okay, so you have to go and create a cluster. It is going to take some time, so let it run. Okay, so it is going to take couple of minutes to get online. I am going to meet you once the cluster is up and running. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we have our cluster up and running. That means we can start our coding on Spark. So for that, you have to go to workspace under user, that is my email ID. Please guys, don't try to spam me. I'm just showing you. So go to this, and now you have to create a new notebook. Suppose first Spark notebook is the notebook name. I'm going to use my default language as Python because that's the language which I mostly work with. And for cluster, I'm going to use the cluster that I have just created. So Rishabh cluster is the name. Now I'm going to create my notebook. It is ready. So if you are working on your local machine and you are trying to install the Spark in your local machine, you have to like either create a Spark session if you are coding in IntelliJ or PyCharm, or if you are using the Spark prompt like Spark Shell or PySpark, then it comes with an inbuilt Spark session. So for the duration for which that prompt is open, the session will be active. Once you close, that session will be closed. Same is the case with the Databricks notebooks. So here they have already provided you an inbuilt Spark session that is known as Spark, similar to what we get when we are using PySpark command prompt. So now if you want to create an RDD, so let me just make a list of numbers. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if I want to create the RDD out of it, I just have to say RDD1 is equal to spark dot spark context dot parallelize. Just have to say L. Okay, there is a typo. Okay, now we have created RDD1. I'm going to create RDD2 from RDD1 using a map transformation. I'm going to use lambda, which is going to give me the square of the number. Okay, now I'm going to say RDD2 dot collect. Please be mindful, never use collect if you have a big data set. It is going to crash your client node if that client node does not have enough memory to hold the data that you are trying to collect. So this is how you can practice your Spark programs without paying any money to anybody. So if you are trying to install Spark on your laptop, you have to do a lot of setups. Like you have to set up Python, you have to set up Java, Hadoop driver, everything. And after that also you may run into issues, and then you have to do a Google search to fix those issues one by one. And if you are going through cloud, then in that case you have to pay money. But Databricks has provided this nice way to practice the code, and you don't have to pay any money. So for practicing different APIs of Spark, I think this is the best way. And as a developer, as a data engineer, I also try to minimize my overhead of setting up environments, because that is the job of administrators. So I don't like to do the job of administrator if I am getting the environment built on the system, and I just have to do my job. So that's where this particular community edition of Databricks comes very handy. So if you are a new aspirant in data engineering, and if you are not aware of how to set up the Spark environment on your local laptop, and if you do not want to pay money for using any Spark environment, you can go for Databricks community edition. So that is all for this video. Please let me know if you find this helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe so that this can reach to larger audience. And let me know if you have any comments or feedbacks in the comment section. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.